Yes, now let us work with some more real-life examples, okay, to understand the logic of the slopes, how we can get benefit of this course and why we need that to learn slopes. Okay, so for example, roofs, okay, here, they all have slopes and rise and run, okay, this is run, or sometimes we say it, this is span, okay? So the slope is this line over here. So we can have different roofs, okay, of homes. And you can see that you can have different slopes. Now, what is this 1/12, okay? This is rise over run, rise over run, rise over run. In fact, in building, in construction, we need to have some knowledge of slopes, okay? So what is this meaning? For example, here, 11/12. This number is bigger than 1/12. Do you understand what I mean? Now here, 11/12 is bigger than 1/12. Therefore, the slope of the roof of the house with 1/12 is small. Okay, it says a small roof. You see it? This roof is small because of the number 1/12. Okay, it's a small number. Here, for example, 14/12. Okay, it's more than 1. Do you understand what I mean? Do you understand that it's more than 1? 14/12. It's more than 1. Okay, so here, this one. So this is a bigger roof. Okay, so what is this 14 and what is this 12? 14 is rise and 12 is run. In fact, it's slope. Okay, so these are everyday life examples where we need this type of knowledge. Yes, slope of the roof, or with the wheelchair ramp. Okay, these are really important to have this knowledge. For example, in this room, we have some problems, okay? For example, the projector, it was in the wrong place at first. Or, for example, now, computer and the cables, they are all wrong designed, okay? This, someone with the knowledge of ergonomics, okay, should be included in the construction also. To make it, for example, the cables should be bigger. Look how I am sitting. For example, this table shouldn't be there. It should be a different chair. So it is really important. This little knowledge is really important to be more successful in our job. Okay. So, for example, here in a wheelchair ramp, this is the slope. The rise and the run, okay? The slope is really important, how high it will be, okay? And how long it will be. It will be arranged, it will be designed in a way taking into consideration of the today's wheelchairs of the disabled people, physically disabled people. It should be measured, and then we should have this design, and we should know the slope, okay? We should calculate the slope. We should calculate how high it is from the floor and how long it is from, how we should calculate how long we need it, okay? And how high we need it. In fact, we should calculate the slope, okay? Here, these stairs of a house, okay? Again, we need to have the knowledge of the slope. This is how high it will be and how long this will be. What is this? Rise or run is slope, okay? So it will be designed in a way that it is the ergonomically designed for human beings, and it is strong. So, this slope should be explained carefully, okay? If it is too high, If it is too straight, it may be problem. Okay? If it is too low, so it should be calculated carefully. For example, some more real life examples. Okay? Why we are studying now these points and these graphs and these lines. So we have to do some calculation, okay? That's our life. We have to calculate, for example, even we go to a supermarket when we are buying stuff, we have to know how much money we have in our pocket and what is the price. Now, here, if we are going to hire, for example, here a car, if we are going to hire a car, and we have to calculate the amount of money in our pocket, and we have to take into consideration how many days we can hire that car, for example. So this means that this is 1 day, this is the cost, and second day, so it increases. As days increases, cost increases. And we can express all these in graphs, okay? For simplifying it. Like the emotions that I have shown you. Okay, so let us turn back to our first presentation. Yes, this one. Okay, so what we are saying? We were saying that we don't want infinity, okay? We don't want divided by 0. That makes infinity in computer programs and it makes a problem for us. So we don't want this denominator being 0, okay? We don't want it, no. So run cannot be 0. If it is 0, this means that it stops. Run 0, stop. Okay, rise and stop. So stuck. Okay, so here, guard against 0 in the denominator, so they shouldn't be equal. Now, this is y-axis and x-axis. We have 2 points, okay? If we have 2 points, we can draw a line. -3 and 6. Here, this is -3. Why this is -3? Because this side, this part is the negative x-axis. And this part is positive x-axis. So here, this is 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is -3. And here I rise and I run, okay? Running is this way, x-axis is running, and how much I rise 6, and I run -3. Okay, this is the other point. This is 5 and 2. Okay, we can draw a line like this here. Okay, now look here, and I can find the slope. This is exactly the slope of this wheelchair, okay, wheelchair ramp, or the slope of a stairs of a house, okay, exactly the same thing. So this is, you see that this is rise, it goes down, in fact, it is here, and this is run. Rise over run. -4 over 8. So we see that in order to here, when we draw like that, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's -4, okay? And I have to run 8. So my slope is -1 over 2. Now this slope is same for any 2 points on this graph. If I take this point, okay, here, if I take this point, a small point here and a small point here, their slope is also -1 over 2. Any 2 points on this graph have same slope. Now, here, let us calculate the slope between 2 lines. Well, let us do this together. Then we are going to do some slope exercises. First of all, this is the formula of the slope, okay? So what is it? We have to, first of all, we can say that M, we can represent it with a slope, okay? This is M. And we can give numbers here. This is x1 and this is y1. This is x2 and this is y2, okay? This is first dot on my line. This is the second dot on my line, okay? And I have to substitute here this y2 minus y1. So what is y2 is 2 here. You can see it here, 2. And I have y1 as 6, okay? And I have here x2 is 5. And I have here x1 is minus 3, okay? So y minus 3 because there is a minus here and x1 itself is minus 3. In order to avoid any mistake, I have to use brackets, okay? I use brackets here, these brackets. I use brackets to avoid any mistake. Because if I use brackets, then I will see that I have a minus inside bracket and a minus outside bracket. And this is 2 minus 6 is minus 4. 5 minus 3 is 8 because this makes plus. That's minus 1 over 2. All right. Yes. Any question here? Is it okay? Okay. Yes, let us find slopes. We have 3 lines. Okay? Here are 3 lines. So it's your turn now. Find slopes. What is the formula? Let me show you again. This is the formula. So please write this formula on your notebook. Now it's your turn. Okay? Write this formula on your notebook. Okay? Don't forget that you are going to give numbers to x1, y1, x2, and y2. And now I have 3 points and 3 lines for you. Okay? The yellow line has 2 points. 3, 9, and 11, 2. Okay? Yellow line has 2 points. 3, 9, 11, 2. You are going to write x1, y1, x2, y2. And use the formula and find the slope. It's your turn. I'm going to wait. I'm going to stop. Let us continue here. This is the slope formula for the yellow one. Our answer is minus 7 over 8. Okay, good. For the blue one, our answer is 2 over 3. Good. And for the red one, our answer is minus, what is it?
11, 2.
Great. Yes, that's it. Thank you very much. Now we have another slope equation here. Calculate it, please. I'm waiting. What was the rule? Do you need to calculate? Look at the points. We have x1 and x2 same. Can we calculate it? No. Why? Infinity, yes. So we cannot calculate. Stop. Okay? So what this means, this is slope is undefined. Okay? We have a loop there. We have to be careful. Now here. So what when we have a loop? When we have a straight line. Okay, the vertical line. So in computer science, in computer programming, when we are dealing with computer, we are trying to avoid straight lines for computers not being stuck, okay? So rise over run is undefined. What about this? What you say? What is the slope? What? No. Now this time it's y. Let us see it together. So 0 over minus 8. What is the slope? Is 0. Okay. So how we show it on coordinate axis? That's this slope. Okay. 0 slope is horizontal. So 0 slope is horizontal. It's at least defined, but vertical slope is undefined. Vertical line is undefined slope. Yes, from these results, what we see? We can see that the slope of a vertical line is undefined. The slope of a horizontal line is 0. Yes, how we can find slope of this line? Look here. There we can have 2 points. I'm going to show you 2 ways, okay? Don't calculate it yourself. One way is long and one way is short. First of all, I'm going to do the long way, then show you what is this shorter way, okay? So now, here we can let x equal to 0. When we say x equal to 0, we find y-intercept, okay? This is called, when x is 0, we find y-intercept. And when we can have y equals to 0 and we find a number for x, that's x-intercept. Excuse me, is there something that you don't understand? Do you want me to repeat? No? Okay, so this is when x is 0, we say that this is y-intercept. When y is 0, we say that this is x-intercept. Okay? Now here, this is 8 over 2, and that's 4. Now here, an easier way, okay? So what we do here, we find x-intercept, we find y-intercept. Okay, and the easier way is solve for y. We solve for y. What is solve for y? Leave y alone, okay? Write it in this way. When you write it in this way, we have a formula. Equation is y equals to mx plus b. This m is slope and b is y-intercept, okay? So here, 4 is slope. When you see a line like this, when you see an equation like this, coefficient of x is slope, okay? Coefficient of x is slope. And this is minus 8 is y-intercept. So this is slope and that's y-intercept. Okay, here, let us draw this here. Now, wait. Well, here, minus 3 over 4. Let us work with this rise and run, okay? Now, the red ones are rise. Now here, this is rise 3 and this is run 4, okay? 4, rise 3. Minus 4 and 3, okay? Here, minus 4, 3. Here, minus 3 and 4. So, rise, run, and we have this straight line. Now, the sign of the slope. Which one is positive and which one is negative? Let this be the last slide because I think that you are all tired. Yes, what do you think? Which ones are positive? Which colors have positive slope and y? Excuse me? Gray, blue, white. White has positive. Any other idea?
Yellow negative. Red.
Yellow looks like horizontal. So horizontal is 0. Orange is vertical. Vertical is undefined. If it looks to the right side, it's positive. So here, it's in this way, this is positive. Look here. Green and blue are positive. Green and blue are positive. Okay? And negative slopes are white is negative and not the yellow one, it's 0. Green is negative. Sorry. Wait. Sorry. Now here, red is negative, okay? Yes, green is positive because it's here. It goes from here to here, not this way. Green is... I'm going to explain it again, once again. Now here, if you think like that, this is if this is a coordinate axis, okay? These two parts are positive, x-axis and y-axis. negative, y-axis and x-axis. So this line, green line, is positive. Okay. Now, this is just the reverse. White is negative. And here, this blue is in this way. Blue and green are positive. And these colors, the other colors here, you can see that light blue, in fact, this here, and this red and white are negative. But this is not light blue. This is like pink. Yes. Okay. It's pink. Okay. So this is the last slide. We are all tired, I think. So this. Excuse me. Yes. You are not tired. Continue. What is that? The bus is leaving. Okay.